I'm really surprised at how a seat makes that much of a difference. Wow. Oh, yeah. Who needs leverage? Huh? Yeah.
So this is the face of disappointment, but we all live and learn.
So there's a clearance issue with this fender to start with. But it's just not the look.
Oh, so pumped. So glad to be here.
Playing the king for when the king arrives.
Yeah, no. Yeah, maybe the king's jester. Yeah. All right.
Well, you're at least riding the king.
Woo! Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Let's do this thing.
All right, so bike check time. Gonna go over Kevin's bike, tell you all about
Tell you all about it.
tell you all about what's on it already and what's gonna change real quick.
Well, some of you that have followed the channel recognize this bike. It used to be Jamie's, but I bought it from him. So this is my 2009 Road King Classic. There are many like it, but this one is mine. And how we're going to prove that is we're going to do some upgrades to it. But for right now, I'm going to tell you what I got. So what this bike has so far is it has LED headlights and passing lights. It has this Batwing fairing. I think it is Clockworks.
Memphis Shades.
Memphis Shades. There you go. Anyways, and from there, we have the upgraded speedometer, tachometer, right? We've got Mini 8 risers. We've got a Screaming Eagle air intake on it. So it's got Vance & Hines X-Pipe on it and Thundermax tuner. And that is what it has on it right now as far as upgrades. So,
What's the plan for this bike?
well, originally when I first bought it, I wasn't actually sure I was going to keep it, because we've been leapfrogging our way up to bigger and badder bikes. So I was thinking I was going to go street glide or road glide. But after riding this for a little bit, I've really come to like it, so I'm going to make it mine. And so what we're going to do to start off with is I'm going to turn this more into a sport bagger and a performance bagger. So first thing I want to do is change how it looks. Looks and then performance. I only got so much money, Anyway, going to put a wraparound fender on it. Going to get rid of this road couch, because I don't have anyone to sit on here, and that's fine with me. And then I'm going to change these wide blinkers and signals in the back and put something a little sleeker. And that's what we're going to start with. Then eventually I'm going to get into full suspension, front and rear. I'm going to go Legends, Revo A's in the back. And I'm going to go with progressive in the front.
Sounds like since you're going away from the classic look, you might be changing something else.
Eventually, I might change the bags, and I'm going to eventually do a lot of things. The rims. These rims have got to go. So I'm got my eye on a set of Enforcer 2s that 19-inch in the front, and I'm going to stick with the 16 in the back. To keep that cushy feel for the moment. So that's kind of where we're at. And as we go along, then you'll follow along and we'll make it happen, and you will be the first to see it as long as you subscribe and like.
What about performance-wise? We've already spec the engine build. So what's going to happen with that engine build?
What's going to happen with the engine build? Well, first of all, I'm going to go a 2-into-1 exhaust. Probably going to throw a drop-in cam. Thinking Woods 222 or 555. Not exactly sure yet exactly which way I want to go. If I'm looking more torque or highway flyer kind of thing, it's kind of the same thing I did the last time with the Softail. So we're going to do a full 103 build on this. We could go bigger, but you know what? I think what we can do with the 103 is pretty impressive. So we're going to go 103, going to get a dark horse crank, so that'll have 0 run out. Then we're going to go probably S&S, oil pump, cam plate. Whatever cam I throw into it right now is probably what we're going to stick with. High compression pistons, port and polish heads, and S&S breathers. And that's where we're going to be. And so that's going to dramatically increase the performance of this bike and put it pretty much right where I want it. So that is the journey that we're going to go on, and we'll keep you posted, and you will see it happen as long as you stay subscribed and keep on liking the videos. This is the first upgrade. So this is a custom Danny Gray seat.
Whoa. What a difference that seat makes, man. Like, no joke, it makes the bike look faster. It looks like it's going faster just sitting there with that big couch taken off.
Oh, man, right?
What do you think, Kevin?
Love it. Love it. It's a good start. It's looking faster and sleeker and newer already.
I'm really surprised at how a seat makes that much of a difference. Wow. Okay, Kevin, what's next?
What's next? Well, I don't know how you guys feel about that front fender, but that makes me feel like an old man. And I might be old, but I'm not dead. So I still got a little grunt left in me. So we're going to do a wraparound on that front side.
Show me the fender.
All right. Where are we? Right here.
Now, you painted this yourself.
Yeah, I did. I got it off of Facebook Marketplace. It was black, had some paint issues. And yeah, so I sanded it down. And I got the closest match I could to the Harley Pearl Gray.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Looks like a pretty close match to me.
Yeah, came out real nice.
All right, let's get to it. Let's start wrenching. All right, so that's 15/16 for the axle bolt. And then I just use a large screwdriver. There's a hole in the axle that you can put that in. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then once the breaker bar is done, then you can just put a ratchet on it, but actually now that's just hand tight. So. What are you doing, Kevin?
I am taking the caliper bolts out.
And what tool are you using for that?
10 mil, 12 point.
Okay. So 1/2 inch on the pinch bolts on this side. I'm just going to use a ratchet. I just took the pinch bolts right there. Oh yeah! Who needs leverage? Huh? Yeah. A manly man.
Doing manly things.
Doing manly things. I think that's getting up there, but... Man, this reminds me of the good old days.
Okay, I'll hold the tire and you just pull it out. Here. Yank that.
Here we go. Okay.
All right, now. Yeah, so if you take a look, it's got these dog ears. You gotta fold those back so that we can
Okay.
take those out.
Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna get it all new fender on, and then we'll show you what it looks like. All right. So for you, it's just going to be a couple seconds. For us, it'll be a little bit of work. How was getting those out, Kevin?
Wasn't too bad.
What'd you use? Just flathead?
What's that?
Use a flathead screwdriver to bend those?
Yeah. These, you can see, they all had dog ears over the bolts.
There we go.
Out with the old.
Out with the old and in with the new, huh?
Hopefully. So this is the face of disappointment, but we all live and learn. So we mocked it up, put the fender on, and as we stand back and look at it, I'm just not happy. It's not what I was thinking it was going to be. So we're going to put the old fender back on, and I'm going to go shopping and start again.
That is the world of custom motorcycle building.
That is Harley Poor at its finest right there. Check it out.
So there's a clearance issue with this fender to start with. But it's just not the look. While we were unable to do everything we wanted to do today on Kevin's bike because that fender was just no bueno, we did get the seat and we got the taillight assembly, or the side indicators, I should say, updated. So here's what it looks like now. Way better. Way better. And then he just gets some smoked lenses, and that's going to look rocking. Well, the front end goes back to stock, but it's not like it's a bad looking motorcycle, right, Kev?
She'll do. She'll do.
Yeah, you've already gotten over the disappointment. We've already got a plan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's probably involving some more money and some carbon fiber. Oh, yeah. And now we're going to go for a ride because we've wrenched. Now we have to ride.